It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store.
Yeah,
But the prettiest sight to
it's
see
like Christmas.
is the holly that will be on
We've been up all night
front.
waiting for Santa.
A pair of hop-along boots and a
All right, everybody. It's Michael Moore here on Facebook Live and on Rumble, my podcast. And if it looks like I haven't been to bed, that is correct. And I'm hoping that a few of you are having a difficult time trying to sleep right now. Well, I'm actually not hoping that you've had a difficult life. We all haven't had much sleep in the last 3 days, and so I'm certain that's where a lot of Americans are at right now, and probably Canadians, just because they're worried about us. So, geez, what time is it? Oh man, it's like past 4 a.m. Welcome to people around the world who might be watching. Europeans, it's probably 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning there. And people in Asia and Australia, it's probably in the afternoon, late afternoon there, early evening. Anyways, thank you for tuning in here to my Christmas Eve, Christmas morning podcast and Facebook Live, which I'm just throwing together as I'm sitting here watching CNN and waiting for the latest returns. Just before I started this, they said that Trump was ahead now in Georgia by only about 400 votes. And Biden is ahead in Arizona, Biden is ahead in Nevada, and Trump is still ahead in Pennsylvania. Now, for those of you keeping score, especially those of you in Europe and elsewhere around the world, I know it's hard to keep score with how we do our elections here and the Electoral College and all that. But basically, where we're at now, you have to get 270 electoral votes and to win. Don't have me explain how to get what 270, what it even represents. I mean, I know, but it's not worth it, and we're going to get rid of this Electoral College. So, but having said that, Biden is very close to winning right now, and I'm just looking over at the TV to see if anything's happening. He's very close to winning, but he's and for him to win right now, he only needs to win one state, Pennsylvania. That's it. If he wins Pennsylvania, it's all over. Trump, in order to win right now, has to win all 4 of the remaining states. So it looks like Biden's got the easier path with only having to win one state. Or if he doesn't win Pennsylvania, he can win Georgia and any one of the other 3 states. Or he can win Arizona and Nevada, just 2 states, and that'll be enough votes right there. So he's got a lot of ways into this with the 4 states that are available. Trump has one way into it, and that is to win all of these states. If Biden just wins Georgia and Trump wins Pennsylvania and Arizona and Nevada, then it's a tie, 269 to 269. And that's when it gets ugly. So we won't go there for right now. We're just going to hope for the best here. Should Biden win all 4, then his Electoral College vote will be something like 307 votes, way beyond what he needs to win. So I'm just watching the TV to see what happens. Oh my goodness, look at what happened here. If I could turn this around, I don't want to lose anybody here. Can you see the TV there? Biden takes lead in Georgia. You see that? Anybody see that? I don't know if I can't see it from the back, and I don't see where's the turnaround thing here? Oh, there it is. There was some kind of thing blocking. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Look at this. You guys see that? Biden takes lead in Georgia. That just happened. Whoa. And he's up by 917 votes in Georgia. Woohoo! All right. There we go. I feel the end of the Trump era. But that, again, now that only gives him, if he wins Georgia, they haven't declared that yet, it still will only give him 269 votes. He'll need one more. So he'll need to get that from winning one other state. All right. All right, good. Hey, now see, Christmas is coming a little early, perhaps. I've got, this is the only hat from Georgia I could find, by the way. This is the big golf tournament they have down there in Georgia every year. It's the only thing I could find to try to create the good vibes for Georgia. Okay, well, now can we go to bed? I'm so tired. No, because we have not won yet. Okay. Well, there's your good news. Boy, it's been a rough day, I'll tell you. You know, a lot of the right-wing crazies have been showing up at the places where they've been counting the ballots. I sent out some tweets today encouraging, like I have any say in this, the people counting the ballots, so let's get this done quick because the right-wing crazies with their guns have had too much time now to think about this since Tuesday. And they're stewing on it, and they're coming up with all their conspiracy theories. And Alex Jones was, I guess, down there in Phoenix leading a rally of people. I look so tired. I am tired. So hopefully this will happen sometime this morning or later today, and we'll be done with it. People, look at all the people running. Hi, everybody. I know people are nerved out. Jenny, please God, Biden prevail. So much misinformation about this election. Oh boy. Of course, Trump went on TV last night, gave just terrible statements about how this is all rigged, and all the states where he's winning, the votes are legal, he said, and where he's not winning, it's illegal. He's going to court. He's going to try to stop the vote. You know, I just have this feeling, don't you, that he's just not going to get away with it this time. I don't know. Let's hope so. So I just came on here to talk to you guys, basically, because I couldn't sleep, and I'm kind of sitting on the edge of my seat here, waiting for good news from the television set. I did in keeping with the Christmas theme. Let's see if I got any other music here. Wouldn't that be cool, though, if we'd just all gone to bed last night and we woke up and our present was this, that, Trump was gone. That would be the best Christmas gift, wouldn't it? Let's see. All this Christmas music. Where am I? I'm on Spotify here, right? Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Well, I wrote actually a little Christmas story for you. If you'd like to hear it, I can read it to you. See, I got my Orange Crush here too. This was my good luck thing. I had this for like 4 years. Yeah, there we go. I know it's like, don't drink from this thing. If you've had it for 4 years, Mike, it's just been my sort of good luck charm, in the hopes that someday Trump would be gone sooner than later. Okay, let me just set this down here. And so I got this little Christmas story for you that I wrote with Basil. Actually, Basil wrote most of it, but he's a Muslim American, and so I don't know if you have to get special dispensation to write Christmas stories. I don't know how the ruling religious elite handle things like this these days, but man, I thought, Basil, this is some damn good writing for somebody that didn't really grow up with this. So anyway, so here we go from Basil, who's, if you don't follow my podcast, executive producer of Rumble is Basil Hamden. And so here we go. 'Twas the night. Oh, wait, we need the music for this. Yeah, hang on a second here. 'Twas the night before Trump removal, when all through the White House, not a creature was stirring, not even Melania Mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney for all, in the hopes that Saint Kornacki would soon make the call. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of 270 danced in their heads. Kamala in her kerchief, and Biden in his cap, and just settled their brains for a short power nap. I know it's Kamala. I know. I was trying to get with the right rhythm and rhyming here. When out on the roof there arose such a clatter, they sprang from their beds to see what was the matter. Unlike dictators before him, from Pinochet to Hitler, Trump barked his commands through an app he called Twitter. He whined and he moaned and he lied through his teeth, but he was destined to fail in his attempt as a thief. His cries, is that the end of the song? Wait a minute, we gotta get the song going again here. No. His cries were ignored. Trump's cries were ignored. His legal arguments flawed. No one could save him, not even Brett Kavanaugh. His press conference was shameful. His false tweets were blocked. So the Republicans began ditching him, even Rupert Murdoch. The votes trickled in from Philadelphia to Georgia, and no one could stop it, not even Sebastian Gorka. The Lincoln Project failed to sway any Republican voters. Trump won them all, from the bikers to the boaters. It was Detroit who saved the day, along with Atlanta, Milwaukee, and Philly. Relying on Republicans was very, very silly. The people had spoken. Their protests were loud. Their turnout historic. They made John Lewis proud. On Arizona, on Pennsylvania, on Georgia and Nevada. Who will give us 270? And why the hell should that matter? It's been 4 long years of death and despair, but we've made it this far, and the end of Trump is near. We have many, many battles ahead for which we must fight, but one victory is coming, and it's coming tonight. So as Trump escaped into the sky, he beat those reindeer senseless, and I heard Rudolph cry, "Take care, America. This is your last try. Merry Christmas to all. And Joe Biden, let's get high." Hey, though, working a drug joke there at the end. It's what you got to do when you try to find something that rhymes. All right, we can turn this pirated music off. Okay. That's Basil and Mike's little Christmas Eve into Christmas morning story for you here. So let me say this, and I'll answer a couple questions here. It's looking very, very good for Biden. I think we all know this now. and they're waiting to make absolutely sure before they call it. A lot of people are nervous that when this is called, the wackadoodles with their guns are just going to go crazy. I don't think that's going to happen. I pray it's not going to happen. I hope that they understand that, you know, we're all Americans and we're all in the same boat here. And, you know, we let you try it for 4 years. You had your way. And here we are with over 100,000 Americans a day now dying. I'm sorry, of getting COVID-19. 250,000 of us now almost dead from it. So between that and all the other things we could mention, now we're going to hopefully try it a different way. And I think we all know too, and we need to take a moment to celebrate the victory that we think is coming in the next few hours. But after that happens, and massive congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all the people who won their congressional seats last night. We've still got a ways to go in the Senate here. They haven't finished counting all of them. We might end up with 48 Democrats, which means we're too short. So there's going to be a runoff in Georgia on both Senate seats in, I think, December, January. So we all need to get involved in that and get the 2 Democrats elected. If that's the case, it'll be 50-50 in the Senate, which means Kamala Harris, as the president of the Senate, in addition to being the vice president of the United States, will cast the tie vote to break the tie whenever there's a tie in the Senate. So we'll have, essentially at that point, we would have the Senate, the House, and the White House, and we can get something done. If we don't have the Senate, then we're going to have to get it in 2022, and we're going to have to slog through these 2 years and get as much done as we can, and hopefully convince the Republican senators or shame them into doing the right thing, because they're not out of the woods yet here. So, but we can talk about that later. We will talk about that later because we have work ahead of us, and that work is to those of us who are in the progressive end of things here, to get the Democrats, to get Joe Biden, to fix what's wrong with this country, and not take half measures, not compromise with our conscience anymore. We know what we have to do. We know what has to be done, and we need to fight for these things. And we got to hope that Biden will listen, and I think he will if it's the will of the people. So we have to get what we believe is a majority of people out there who want universal health care and who want a living wage and who believe women are equal to men and should have equal rights and all of the stuff that we believe in. We need to do this. So my hair is getting all in my face here. Sorry about that. But we'll talk. We'll talk about this on Rumble, and I will. Now that I've come back to Facebook Live, I'm going to go over to Instagram Live too and try that too, because I like seeing other people on Instagram Live. But in the meantime, take a moment today, if this is what's happening, what I see happening on the TV, if it's actually happening when we get to 270, be sure to celebrate with, whether you have people in the house or because of the pandemic, if you're alone, call people, Zoom people. I'll come back on later today. You can celebrate with me. I have nobody in the house here, so I won't mind doing that with you. It's been a long 4 years. So much damage done. Obviously, as I said, with all the people who've died and who've gotten this virus, it could have been stopped a long time ago. We're going to have somebody in there now who's going to have an actual plan, and we're all going to have to pitch in and follow whatever needs to be done, whatever sacrifice we need to make to have a goal of that in 2021, this thing will be hopefully, by and large, gone. Won't be all gone, but gone enough. And then all the other things that, that we'll have to do. And we'll do it. But today is the day to celebrate. Today is the day to remind ourselves that the majority of Americans are with us. Biden leads by over 4 million votes. 4 million votes. I don't want to say the words popular votes anymore. The vote is a vote, and we're going to fix this. We've got to, and there's ways to do this. If we can't constitutionally get rid of the Electoral College, we can get states to pass the National Popular Vote Act, and basically, it's getting your state, and a number of states have done this now, getting your state legislature to pass a law saying that our electors from our state will go to whoever wins the popular vote nationwide. That we believe the country should be run by the person chosen by the people of the United States, even if we don't agree with it. If that's what the people want, then that is who should be in the White House. And we've got to get enough states that equal the 270 electoral votes to agree to this. But enough states have passed this. So I think we're at 190. That's not bad. So it's not that many more. It's your state house and your state senate has to pass it and your governor has to sign it. So I know that's going to be harder in some of the Republican states, but some of the Republican states have passed this because they know they don't want to be on the short end of this stick, because it could very well happen to where the Democrat loses the popular vote but wins the Electoral College vote and gets the White House when he or she shouldn't get it that way. So everybody should be of this mind that nobody should benefit from an antiquated system set up to placate the slave states. And we need to be done with it. And if we can do an end run with the National Popular Vote Act, then we should do that. So look that up online, and you'll see what I'm talking about now. I'll do a podcast on it, and I'll talk to you about it. But today is the day to celebrate. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, Mike, today is the day I'm going to sleep. I haven't slept in 3 nights. So I get that you can celebrate that way too. But I heard the statistic tonight that Joe Biden has received more votes for president of the United States than anybody who's ever run for office for president in this country. Isn't that amazing? No one's ever gotten 70 million votes. He's well into 73, 74 million by this time, and there'll be more coming in. The sad part of that statistic is that the person in the history of the United States who's come in number 2, who's gotten the second most votes ever for president of the United States, is Donald J. Trump. It makes the celebration, I know, a little bittersweet, knowing how many millions of Americans, and in this case, I think it's like 68 or 69 million, which means he's picked up, at least by the point of the counting right now, he's picked up 6 million more votes than he got 4 years ago. 6 million more people after 4 years of him said, damn, I wished I'd voted for him before. Came out and voted for him. I want to think better of ourselves. I want people outside of here to think better of us. We're not done with this problem. We're not done at all. So there's work to do. But today, we celebrate. My cookies and milk, I don't know where they went. But, and I have no chimney either, so I'm not quite sure how Santa or anybody could come through the chimney. It'd be a scary sight, actually. I don't know if I'd want to see that, but why don't I take some questions? How about that? Hello, everybody. We've got Kali from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Austin, and Tammy, and Katie. If Biden wins, I dare to hope again that the UK stops backing the the empty promises from nationalist politicians. Oh yeah, you have your own problem over there. That's right. You've got kind of a mini Trump there as your prime minister. It's what made me really scared, because you reelected him. And I thought, oh man, this could happen here too. You got to take him seriously. Trump's parents, V says, did not ever teach him, obviously, how to lose with dignity. It's embarrassing to watch him rant. I hope there will be a peaceful transition, says Sandra. My friends voted blue for the first time. I think a lot of people might have done that. A lot of people voted for the first time. Linda says, they say Trump voters are not the enemy. I'm not so sure about that. Well, we'll see. We got to try to figure out a way, don't we? Tien says, we know that America is good. Change is coming. Sending love from Australia. And let's see what else we got. Trumpers won't continue living in a scripted reality show. They don't see Trump as you see him. They see themselves as winners. Understand this. You need to fine, like a fine, the bejesus out of Fox. Yeah, we don't do that here. 69 million broken people for Trump. Joe and Kamala, with the help of 74 million, will build bridges to heal. See, I think that's what's going to happen with a lot of them when and if we get these things passed. Health care for everyone, a wage you can live on. It's going to be for them too, and they're going to, I think, appreciate that with us. Thank you, Michael, again from Australia. Is it possible there's going to be recounts? Yes. Anything is possible. Put nothing past the Trumps. I'm serious about that. Some people are saying, well, maybe they didn't vote for Trump. They just like Republicans. Okay. Hopefully, I guess, maybe. I don't know. The Republican Party, I think, has been demolished on some level. What does it stand for? Well, I guess we know what it stands for now. Backing Donald Trump. Jeff writes, it's mind-boggling that your country thinks you're a democracy. Keep pushing to fix it, Michael. Melanie says, thank you, Michael Moore. I have to thank you because you have helped get me through this whole ugly past few days. Oh, that's very, very sweet of you to say that. She says, I'll have to check out Rumble. Yeah, please do. I do my podcast a couple times a week, sometimes more, but usually a couple times a week, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. We are going to hit our 20 millionth download probably this weekend sometime, and we've only been on for, what's it been now? What day? I don't even know what month I'm in. Over 10 months. We just started this right back at the last holidays, and we're having a great time with it. So subscribe to it. You can get it on Apple, Spotify, Google. It's free. There's no charge. And I have a lot of interesting guests, and we talk about a lot of the things you won't see elsewhere, especially in the mainstream media. Sue says, mate, sleep. Being up won't change the outcome. Yes, don't state the obvious here. You need to rest. Your country is going to need good guys like you, with love, Susan, and somebody else whose name I missed it there. Amy wants to know, are you in Michigan? I am in Chicago. My neighborhood is full of conservatives, but I am from California, and I bring my liberal self to the polls every time. Helene says, you are the perfect person to do a doc on the legacy of white privilege destroying America. Yes, that would be a good idea. And some kind of, message to white people. People, please, come on. This is getting ridiculous. Lynn says that misogyny and racism are the cornerstones of the Republican Party. How do we change those hearts and minds? Well, I'm old enough to remember that When the civil rights movement started, the majority of people did not want that. And when the women's movement started, the majority of people did not want that. So eventually, most people come around to seeing what's the best way to be. And they have a conscience, and their conscience responds. And if they don't change, they have kids that are raised in our society. And hopefully the next generation will make this happen. Hopefully. Sending you love from Canada. I'm tuning in from Lynchburg, Virginia. You voted blue. Lynchburg, Virginia, home of Jerry Falwell and that college of his. Voted blue for the first time since 1948. Wow. Send me more good news like that. Good people that got elected locally. That's always great to hear. Vega asks, do you think Biden will talk to Bernie about adding some of Bernie's people to his administration? Oh, I'm certain of that. It'd be crazy not to do that, right? I mean, we need all people working for the greater good here. Daniela says, there's so much work and so much healing to do. We can do it if we stick together. Kristen says, how do we get the progressive message out to rural voters? I feel like all they do is listen to Fox. I know. It's a poisonous network. Andrew says, get some rest, Michael. You need to be in full strength to celebrate later today. I promise I will. I will get, but if I go now, let's see, what is it here? Whoa, maybe, yeah, I can still get up in the AM if I go now and get 5 or 6 hours sleep. I can last on that for a day. Someone writes from Sweden saying they have a hateful political party too. Brian, this is a very common theme from our Facebooks this week. It breaks my heart because my family is full of Trump supporters. Lucas says, keep it up, Mike. You're doing a great job for America and speaking up like that. Greetings from Austria. Why do a lot of Americans believe what Trump says? I don't know. Why do people smoke? I mean, I don't know. Why do people drive fast when they shouldn't and risk their lives? We're humans. We're a hard species to figure out and explain. Mathis says, your self-reflecting attitude does make all the difference in the world. It's not easy to do that on a daily basis. It takes courage to stay strong. That's kind of you to say that. We all have to do that. Heidi writes, I'm so excited to have a woman vice president. This is the first time in our history. How old is this country? 200 and, at least 230 years old since George Washington was president. Longer if you go back to the Declaration of Independence. No women ever in the White House as president or vice president. It's the very first time a woman will be there in the White House, and a woman of color. This is also something to celebrate. Way overdue, a wonderful thing, and I have very good feelings about Kamala Harris, and very, very hopeful right now tonight as I speak here. So Rachel says Biden makes me feel hopeful. The angry Cheeto makes me feel rage. I literally hate him, meaning Trump. Yeah, well, I understand that. Gabby says, here we are, dear Michael, sending love over the ocean from Europe, being with you. Hold on. We cross our fingers. Americans have not awakened yet. I can see this now. Actually, I could make this a thing where every now and then, I just kind of like sneak up in the middle of the night and talk to Europeans, Africans, and Asians just about anything. Maybe the stuff I can't really talk about here because it's hard, sometimes. So, but I can talk to you guys about it, right? That might be kind of cool. We have our own little private Facebook chat in the middle of the night, and then it's like, okay, now it's after 5 a.m. now, so they're going to start getting up in America here. They're going to start getting up and going to work. So we'd have to cut it off at a certain point, just so. But all of you would have to agree to not tell any of your American friends or family members or whatever, because if the word gets out, then our little rendezvous during the nighttime here in the U.S., daytime where you're at, if that gets out, then what do we do, right? Oh, I mean, I just go back. I guess I just keep sleeping. That's probably the best idea. But every now and then, this might be fun, just to have a little chat with the rest of the world. Check in. How are you guys thinking? How are we doing? You got any ideas on what we can do here? I'm sorry. I'm laughing when I'm really just feeling the pain. As an Italian who endured Berlusconi, I feel for you, fellow Americans, and hope you'll manage to rid yourselves of this mess. I think we are doing that as we speak. Just keep looking over at the TV here. It's now 5:02 a.m. here on the East Coast of America. Evelyn writes, it's been very upsetting for 4 years with Trump in the White House. Sending support here from Ireland. Hi, Ireland. Thank you so much for your updates. Let's see. Patricia says, thanks for being up and awake and keeping us all company as we wait. I know you're probably watching your TVs too, wherever you're at, right? I know. I think we're very close. I think by now, it's really interesting, this one county in Georgia that put Biden over the top in Georgia, and probably means that's we're at 269 electoral votes now. That particular county was John Lewis's home, and he represented it in Congress here up until he died a few months ago. So I think that's very appropriate that the county that won Georgia for Biden was John Lewis's county. It's very cool. If you're other countries, if you don't know who John Lewis is, you can look it up. Was one of the key civil rights leaders with Martin Luther King and others, and suffered a lot as a result of standing up for what he thought was right. David says, Michael, I'm impressed that you can stay optimistic. I'm not sure that Biden will be able to accomplish much. Well, that's true. But remember, if you've lived like I have lived through Nixon and Reagan and 2 Bushes, it was hard, and there were split houses and all that. But we got some things done, and we should try to figure out what we can get done, knowing that our main job is to find the right people to run for Senate and get them elected in 2 years. All right. Well, if we keep the seats we have, we only will need 2 new senators. So we can do that. And there's every 2 years, about 33 senators are up for election or re-election. So can we win 2 of 33 next time? 2, well, it's not really 33. How many ever Republicans are going to be running? That's who we have to defeat. We could run against ourselves, though, too. It might be. Anyways, what else here? I am fortunate to be educated, and I'd like for all Americans to have access to good education. Well, that's the key. If we raise a generation of people who are reading books and have critical thinking, do well in government class or civics class. A lot of schools no longer have civics. We need all these things. Let's see. I'll take a couple more here, and then I'm going to just check out the latest on the election, and then hit the sack. Get a few hours in before. I think they're going to probably announce Pennsylvania around 11 o'clock. That's what I heard, 11 o'clock Eastern time this morning. So I can get some good sleep in before then. Okay, so let's just take a couple more here. Best wishes from Scotland. Yes, Elizabeth is saying it's sad that we haven't spent more time talking about the historic vote of our first woman, our first mixed race woman vice president. So yes, I was FaceTiming earlier in the evening with my granddaughter, who's over 4 years old now, talking about Kamala Harris. I think she understood some of it. Years from now, hopefully we'll be able to remind her of this incredible night. Anders wants us to all build bridges to heal. This is a huge challenge for America. We know that. Thank you. The rest of the world needed the Biden victory. I understand that. And those of us on the left in America, we know the work we have to do. But like I've been saying, I'd rather play offense than defense, and we have a better chance with some things with somebody who aligns with us on a number of issues, as opposed to somebody who wants to just destroy the world. So I think we have put a dagger in that this week, and we'll get the official results later today. Damn, I know the Senate. It's such a shame. It's a real failure on our part, my part, the part of the Democratic Party. We can't let this happen in 2 years. So let's get busy on that. And yes, Fox News has to go. Sending lots of love from Norway. Give Bernie a hug from Australia. And wow, it's just great to hear from all of you. Chen Guy says, thank you for Rumble and for Planet of the Humans. My classes all focus on the climate crisis. Well, I'm going to have Jeff and Ozzy from Planet of the Humans back on here in the next week or so, and we're going to pick this back up and talk about what we need to do to have a real environmental movement that's going to save us and this planet. We have really failed here, and we've taken way too long, and we're in deep trouble at this point. So we will get back to this and all these other important issues that we need to focus on. And I will be doing that. I'll be doing that personally as a citizen. I'll be doing that with my work, my next movie. I've got a couple other projects. It's been nice to have this time. On some level, it's been sad that so many people have had to suffer. But those of us who are forced to stay at home, to work at home, teach kids at home. But I think some of us have also tried to take a few hours each day, each week, and do something with it. I've encouraged people to do that too. This, something you've always wanted to do your whole life. Maybe this is the moment to do it. We did one thing this week. It's pretty damn good. It will be in the history books, mainly because of what he did for 4 years. And it won't be. It will not be forgotten that 69 plus million people wanted him to have 4 more years. Wow. Well, I think, as I've explained before in my movies and things I've written on my podcast, I know why. I think I know why. So maybe I'll use that and share that, and we'll find ways to use our art to make things better. All right, one last look at the television set. Biden still has the lead in Georgia. They're still counting a few more votes there. Damn. So they haven't moved the electoral number up to 269. They haven't officially given it Georgia. Let's see if you can see that there. Oh no, it's an ad. It's an ad that came on. Oh well. Okay. Yes, I know if you're perusing my living room here. It's such a mess here. Oh man, I know. I've got laundry and clothes on the floor. I got stuff over in that chair there. It's my TV. I should have a bigger screen, right? It's a little kind of dinky still. Yes, that's my Oscar up there on top of the TV in the palm door. I don't know if you can see it. Can I move that in there? Oh yeah, there it is. From the Cannes Film Festival. One of those is for Bowling for Columbine, the other's for Fahrenheit 9/11. And there's the TV showing more commercials. And, hey, one of these days I'll give you a little tour of my apartment here. It's not too bad. It's nice, and it has a bed. It's not, so I have a place to go sleep. All right, my friends, this is it. We need one more Christmas song to take us out. Here, let's see what we got. This has been fun doing this. Thanks. Actually, I'm quite relaxed now after doing this. There's a little Judy Garland here. She's going to sing to us about having a merry little Christmas, but let's have a merry 4 years with no Trump. How does that sound? All right. Thank you, brothers and sisters across the world. Be well. This is Michael Moore on the Rumble Network here.
Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year, all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore, faithful friends who were near to us will be dear to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through some